What do you do when the person who promised to be your partner becomes the reason you're drowning? The day I realized I was married, but not helped. My name is Claire, and this is the part of my life I never thought I would say out loud. Because sometimes the things that break you the most don't come loudly. They come slowly, silently, and daily. It started with something simple: housework. Before marriage, I was warned that responsibilities double. I understood that. But nobody warned me that responsibilities could multiply by 10 when you live with a man who thinks help is disrespect. For 2 years, I carried everything: cooking, cleaning, laundry, grocery shopping, school runs, errands, hosting his family, hosting his friends, everything. And every day, it felt like pieces of me were being scraped away. One evening, after washing clothes, preparing dinner, bathing the kids, and cleaning the entire living room, I finally sat down on the floor, not even a chair, the floor. I couldn't feel my legs. My hands were shaking. My chest was heavy. My husband walked in, dropped his bag, loosened his tie, and said, "Claire, please warm the soup." I'm starving. Not a, "How was your day?" Not a, "You look tired." Not even a, "Thank you." Just another instruction added to the list. I remember staring at the kitchen doorway and whispering to myself, if I continue this way, one day I won't recognize myself again. The next morning, I gathered my courage and told him gently, "Honey, I need help. I can't do everything alone. Let's get a house help, even part-time." He didn't even look up from his phone. He just frowned and replied, "No, I don't want strangers in my house." I swallowed my frustration and tried again. "Okay, then can you assist me with some things? Even twice a week. I just need support." This time he looked at me, but not with care, with irritation. "Claire, stop talking like that. You're the woman of the house. It's your duty. Why should I be doing chores? And don't bring up a house help again." He stood up, walked out, and turned on the TV. Just like that. Conversation dismissed. My feelings dismissed. My exhaustion dismissed. I went upstairs, closed the bedroom door, and cried into my pillow so the kids wouldn't hear. Not because I was weak, but because I felt invisible. Days passed. The workload grew. My strength shrank. One afternoon, while scrubbing the bathroom floor, my daughter walked in and said, "Mummy, why don't you rest? Daddy is resting." That sentence stabbed me deeper than any argument ever could, because my children were watching, learning, absorbing, and I realized I wasn't just suffering. I was teaching them that motherhood equals suffering, that womanhood equals exhaustion, that marriage equals servitude. That day, something inside me broke, but something else was born. I went downstairs, wiped my tears, and said to my husband calmly, "I'm getting help, not because I'm lazy, but because I am human." He looked up, surprised. "When did you decide that?" he asked. "When I realized I don't want our daughter to grow up thinking this version of marriage is normal." He didn't respond, but he didn't argue either. The next morning, he quietly washed the dishes, not all of them, but some. It wasn't perfect, it wasn't enough, but it was a beginning. Because sometimes the first step toward freedom is simply saying, "I deserve support,